Houston fans, it has been a busy Sunday. Right before Father's Day, we have gotten some great news, some sad news, and all in between. Zach,
I
the
don't know what the fuck you're talking. Ain't nothing. I know. Ain't nothing sad, bro. Oh,
the departure of Forrest Whitley has come to the Houston Astros. He has been DFA'd. I know we are devastated to see a first round pick being wasted.
I
And
feel like I'm a diehard Astros fan, bro, and I'm like one of the more knowledgeable people on it. And when you said it to me earlier, it's like I literally just went ha and just went about my business, like I don't give a shit. It's so inconsequential to me.
it it's one of those things where like the joke aside, that's the probably I'm gonna miss the joke of Forrest Whitley jokes more than I'm gonna miss him himself. Um,
Because he was never there.
yeah. And also like we're being honest, like anybody that's like, oh man, Forrest Whitley's gone, this is unfair, this is not he's had multiple chances.
Yeah, like 8 years worth. Like,
Yeah.
let's just keep it a buck, bro. Like anybody who like had expectations of him, like actually contributing to the team, or you had expectations of him to do anything, I would be willing to bet that your school bus was smaller than mine. Like, I, I don't even know why he was there.
I mean, I love it. Dana Brown said we have a rotation already. We have guys. You aren't on this team. You're not contributing to what we feel is Astro standard. Bye. Like,
The Astros coaching staff and front office is on a mission to piss people off, even our own fans. They cussed out umpires. Dana cussed out GMs and coaches, and now they're like, "Fuck our own fans! Like, we don't care who y'all want. Like,
yeah. I
if
mean,
they gotta go, they gotta go."
most of our fans though, they were pretty content with it, which I was kind of surprised from the way that like it is.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
just bring somebody up who's going to be a little bit more solid. Like they called a starter up today just so we can know if he don't start, stay up. You know, you could use that spot for a pitcher like Van Way or one of those other guys. You know what I mean? Because like you got to find another hand out of the arm out of the bullpen, like your first reliever out to help. Because right now he's taxing the shit out of Dubin, and he needs some help. Brian King's been pitching innings. He needs some help. So long, Whitley. You got to go.
yeah. I mean, there was fans talking about we should have traded him. We should have done this. Like, why not one more
You
chance?
DFA'd him. You have 7 days to do any that. That you could trade him. You could cut. You could still do shit with him. You can. So it's not set in stone. We're getting nothing. But like, who wants him? Who gives a shit? Like, we have bigger fish to fry. I don't have time to worry about the worm on the bank.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too mad about it. Astros are doing good. They're still in first place of AL West. Rotation, a little shaky today, but it happens. We won the series in Cleveland. That's all that matters.
Word.
Uh, I said there's other problems like you said on this Astros team, and not like dire problems. I mean, getting like your pitchers back healthy after the Renel Blanco thing is
I yeah.
way
I'm
more
just.
important.
That's my thing. Is what's the deal, with Eric Getty?
Yeah. So last thing I saw was a report last week where he said he was getting ready to throw, but they're doing the Yordan Alvarez slow and steady
Listen,
approach.
Linda. Listen. I know I'm going to catch heat for what I'm about to say, but I don't give a shit. I don't value you like I do Jordan. Like, I
Yeah.
don't feel like I need to baby you. If you could give me quality starts, I understand the risk of hurting you again. But because we have a lead, I'm willing to risk Arrighetti between now and the trade deadline just to increase the lead of the division, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. While I got my foot on the gas, I'm going to have as many people as I can help me push that bitch to the floor. And we obviously know you're going to do pretty well with Fromber and Hunter. I never in a million years thought I would utter these words. I'm not scared when Lance starts. So that's
It,
three. If Arrighetti gives me a quality start, that's four. So
It it's just interesting because like I'm no doctor, but a broken hand. I mean, the last thing they said is he's on the long road of recovery. So it's like either we have doctors that are misdiagnosing stuff, or we have they're just keeping stuff at surface level, and there's really other problems like the Jordan Alvarez thing, Kyle Tucker thing last year. Like they're like, whoa, we're gonna give you what you want to hear, and then we're just gonna wait until we're asked again about it.
Yeah. I mean, to me, the thing is it's not even the whole hand. It was a finger, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. It was like yeah, one of his outer fingers or something. So
So, like, speaking from someone who's fucked their hand up pretty bad, I had reconstructive surgery on my, like, I was back to being pretty normal at like 7 weeks. And by normal, I mean bench pressing some heavy shit in my hand that had rods in it. And it's been like years since then, and I have no repercussions. So, like,
yeah,
bro, come, pedal those fastballs, boy. We need a fucking
yeah,
quality, we need a starter.
yeah. Because he was talking more about like I'm gonna be ready for the pennant. Like it was a question they asked him, so no,
Yeah.
so it's not his fault
So,
fully.
so
He
really, what he's saying in that statement is he's ready to be at 100 post All Star break.
That's what it sounded like from the question they asked him. Yeah. So
I don't hate that. I mean, I'm not saying that my train of thought was correct. I'm just saying I don't. If we were playing the show, I would have brought him back.
yeah,
But you know,
I don't know. I think for them, I guess the Renel Blanco injury. I'm guessing what's happening on trade talks of what's going on and everything because th- my gut tells me there's going to be a trade. I don't know what
there's
for.
no
What reason.
doubt
Yeah.
in my mind there's going to be a trade. What they're trying to figure out is to what severity do we have to trade? Do we have to go after something elite? Can we get by with something good? You know what I mean? And it gives you a better idea of what you could part with. That I think that's what Dana's trying to figure out. Meaning, like, do I need to go get a number 3 starter or a number 5 starter? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because, and I think that's one thing fans don't realize is Dana and Espada can have their list of players. These are who we want. But then what is these teams willing to give up? Because there's still teams in playoff races and all those things. But then also, what is the cost of getting these guys? So,
But that's why I told you earlier when we signed that catcher, it was like, okay, like 2 seasons ago when Maldi was gone, we thought we needed a catcher. Like, we thought we were down and bad. Now you kind of have a surplus at him.
yeah.
Yonner, Cartini, Cesar, Salazar. Then the dude we got today, Omar, whatever the hell his name is. It makes me feel as though they're willing to part ways with one of those other catchers if they need to go get that pitcher, which is why maybe that's why they're showcasing Caratini. Like, what if
Well,
they traded Caratini at the trade deadline
I'd be kind
for a
of.
good ass pitcher?
I mean, for a pitcher, I would understand, but I'd still be a little upset because I like Caratini's grit. I like what he does. He's a little
Yeah,
clutch. There's
yeah,
there's something there that he does where I'm like, nah, I need that, bro.
yeah.
Like he steps
But
up
here's
when
the
he needs.
thing. Here's the thing, and this is not a knock to Caratini. I've been a fan of Caratini since he got here.
Yeah,
Probably more so than anybody in the beginning. But there's one thing that's evident to me is Caratini does exceptionally well with pitchers who already know what the fuck they're doing. He don't make pitchers too much better, in my opinion. Meaning, like, Maldi could turn Diamond out of shit, and I haven't really seen Caratini be able to like develop a pitcher like that.
yeah,
But the guys who know how to throw with Caratini are pretty good.
yeah. He's
That's
gonna make sure to box it
yeah.
where it needs to. Whereas Maldi would be like, no, I got it. It's like, yeah. Now, there's a part of me. I remember we drafted a catcher also later for. I mean, we just
Uh,
drafted one, so he's gonna be there. So
I'm
Caesar
gonna be
Salazar.
honest. I would be willing because Yonner's so young and Caratini's not old at all. But I think he is going to be a free agent. I could see Salazar or Caratini getting traded. My instinct says Salazar because it makes the most sense for the team. But because of Caratini's contract, which I believe we only signed him for 2 years, makes him a trade thing,
Yeah,
object. You know what I mean?
yeah. which is, I mean, it's interesting because then you get like Pedro Leon's name always comes up. You got other people in the Shea Wickham been balling AAA, so it's
Both of
like
those are guys that's what I'm thinking is like, okay, you have your shortstop and third base field for 5 years if you want it. So I don't care about that, right? I don't think that Wickham's gonna go play second because he just defensively can't cut it. But then you think about it, he's not as bad as Altuve, and he's doing it. So do you keep Wickham for that, or do you keep Jacob Melton out there and bring one of them other fools like DeZenzo back to the infield?
yeah, when he gets back from injury too. So.
Yes, because I don't hate what Melton does.
No, he just can't bat worth of shit. But July's his hottest month.
But he's just got up there. I imagine it being difficult. I'll tell you this though, what I would like to see. I would like to see Melton, Cam Smith, and Dubon throw to home from center field from the warning track. I want to see who's got the biggest arm because those three motherfuckers could rip it. I want to see who's got the biggest arm of the three.
Yeah, I think with Jacob Milton coming up and doing okay. I mean, like you said, he just got up here, so you got to understand it's a different skip. But I think that's where it becomes like Shea Wickham and those guys become expendable in there because we know how we feel about our farm system. It's like we care about it, but it's also
but doesn't it feel like DeZenzo, Melton, and Cam? Now that Cam and DeZenzo are primarily outfield, they're the same three prospect.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
So somebody's getting the.
And I would feel stupid to add, like logically, it would be like, hey, maybe you could put Paredes at second base to see if Cam wants to go back to third. But at this point, that'd be retarded because he's excelling in right field.
And Paredes is on fire, so I don't want to touch him for shit.
Exactly. So then Jake Myers deserves to be your center fielder.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. If you ask the big time used people, we're gonna retrade for Alex Bregman and bring him back.
Oh, no, I'm good on that.
That's the articles. They're like Astros need him back. I was like, no, we don't.
I'm good on that.
It's like we got Paredes. We're fans of you, Isak Paredes.